Welcome back to our Going to the End Zone special right here live at the Mill. The ISU Sycamores, of course, opened the season with a pair of road contests at Purdue and EIU, but now they are so happy to be back at home, Jack.
Back at home, they get ready for a big matchup Saturday at 6 p.m. against the Dayton Flyers home opener at Memorial Stadium. We're now joined by ISU head coach Kurt Mallory. Kurt, thanks for stopping by and being on the show with us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Nothing like game week, but especially a game week when you guys get that home opener on Saturday. I know you guys are anxious to get after it, Coach.
Yeah, it'll be exciting. You know, we play at night. It's great to be back home. We've had 2 road trips, 2 very good opponents. Played at night this past weekend, so it's a similar schedule, although we don't travel. But looking forward to it. Looking forward to be back home.
You mentioned, obviously, 2 tough road tests to open the season, but, I mean, I saw a lot of growth from the team week 1 into week 2. Just speak to that, especially offensively. I mean, Elijah had, obviously, newcomer of the week, a really good performance.
Absolutely. You know, Purdue, you know, is probably one of the better teams, if not the best team we're going to play. Knew going into playing Eastern Illinois, we had a heck of a challenge. They're a ranked team for a good reason. But a lot of growth, a lot of things to build on. Didn't come away with the W. That's what it comes down to. But there were some good things. Our passing game, we were more balanced. You know, Elijah Owens was 30 of 37. We, you know, still turned the ball over way too many times. We're good in the first game, but not so good the second game. We got to clean up that.
I liked what Jeff Brown, linebacker, said earlier this week. Home game, you don't have to bring your own energy as much. They're going to feed off the fans, hopefully. Feed off each other for sure and the coaches, but they're excited to kind of feed off the crowd and to be at home on Saturday night. Jeff Brown, one of the leaders of your team, Coach.
Well, we've had 2 really exciting games. We've had 2 really good crowds. Obviously, you know, going to Ross-Ade Stadium and playing there in front of a packed house, or a record crowd for that matter, and then playing in a rivalry game. But it is good to be back home, being around the Sycamore Blue, and of course having, you know, everyone the faithful right behind you.
Just what stood out to you most about your team, you know, positive, negative, through 2 games, and, you know, what are some things maybe you want to see corrected this week to give yourself the best chance as you open up the home portion of the schedule?
Well, I think the effort, you know, the effort is always there. The execution's got to get better. You know, we talked about that, and it always starts with me, you know, and making sure we're putting these young men in the right position. But I thought their effort was great. They fought to the end, had our opportunities. You know, probably the biggest thing that stuck out, you know, you talk about the turnovers, but when you have someone backed up at the 1-yard line, you can't let them out.
Right.
And we did. We let them go for 99 yards. And then on the opposite end, we were on the 1-yard line, didn't get a first down. That was a big part of it. There were some deep balls thrown. There were 4 total, 2 on their end, 2 on ours. You know, they completed them, and we didn't. We threw interceptions. So got to be better at that. And those are things that stand out. But, you know, the fight and determined. We went into the game very confident. Feel like this team's got a lot of confidence still, and they're excited to play at home.
Can we say anything else? Of course we can. About Maddox Blackwell, made a big play against the IU. I feel like every week he has a magnet for the football, but one of the leaders of your defense, Maddox, is just there to help make big plays, Coach.
Well, he is, you know, and good things happen when you get to the ball, and he's around the ball all the time. And whether it's on the ground, whether it's in the air, he's just got a knack for it. And he's very instinctual. I like to say that, you know, we coached him to do those type of things.
Of course.
You know, he's got a knack, and I've known him and watched him play since he was very young. And he's always been like that. You know, he's always been a playmaker. He's got a good nose for the ball. He's just a very, very good football player.
A lot of experience on the defense. Offensively, you know, there's a lot of, you know, younger guys on that side of the ball. Who's maybe stood out the first 2 games that, like, kind of taken that leadership role to kind of lead the unit?
Elijah Coker. Elijah Owens, excuse me. Elijah Coker's going to be a really good player. But Elijah Owens has really, you know, when you look at it, he's raised the bar. And that's what you're looking for. When you have somebody at that position, not only does it raise it at that position, it raises it at the team. And I don't have to say it. You can trust your eyes. You can see him. I mean, just him out there, that's a guy you want to get behind. Guys that are on defense, guys that are on offense. But he's raised that bar, and we've got to get everybody to do the same.
Can I talk about your assistants for a second? You have a lot of assistants, but of course, Coach Wilson, Coach Bath, one's quarterback at Terre Haute South, the other's quarterback at Northview, not to mention Margot and her kicking. We'll touch on that in just a second. But a big week for everyone. Well, you got the North-South game and then ISU on Saturday.
It is, yeah. What a great football weekend. We have all the rivalries this weekend, so that's really fun. And then, of course, we're home Saturday night. So we have senior night. I'll be able to get over there for Margot. And, of course, Coach Wilson and Amber will get over there for Brady. And Coach Bath will get over there to see Colton. But, it's great to see that. It's really exciting here in Vigo County to watch them play. They're great players. We've got great programs. We've got great coaches here in the Vigo County. So it's just a great place to play football.
You mentioned Margot. I mean, I talked to her about, kicking for Terre Haute South. She said she had no fear going out there on the football field. Just how cool of a moment was that for you as a dad, and just, all your kids now, suited up at Terre Haute South for football, right?
Well, yeah, she had no fear. I had fear. I don't. It was very appreciative that she's given that opportunity. And of course, she's grown up around it, so she was asked to do that. Of course, she was like, "Heck yeah, I'll do it." So, but I never dreamt that she would be out there actually playing. So, but she's all about it. Whatever she can do to help the team, and she's a great teammate and rooting on her teammates. And I know they got a big rival tomorrow night, so it'll be a big game.
Coach, thanks so much for stopping by. ISU Dayton, Saturday night, 6 o'clock. You guys show up at Memorial Stadium. They want a big crowd in the home opener. Thanks for dropping by the Mill.
I wouldn't miss it. Thanks for having me, guys.
He is Coach Kurt Mallory, head coach of the ISU Sycamores. More Going to the End Zone special live from the Mill coming up right after a quick timeout.